South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express. I'm Jeannie. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Lovely. These shoes are killer.
No, listen, shoes maketh woman.
I heard you say earlier Matthew McConaughey also loves them.
I interviewed Matthew McConaughey, and then in the interview he looked at me and he went, "Look at you, those are a great pair of shoes." And then, like, I knew that we were meant to be together forever after that. Match made in heaven.
Welcome again to Afternoon Express. Lovely to have you join us. When becoming a mother, very little can prepare you for the experience of childbirth. And it's not something that is often spoken about around the dinner table. And many women go into that process very scared and not knowing what to expect. And many times women often say, "I wish all the mothers had told me what I was going to go through."
Yeah, you better fill me in because I'm getting ready to have Matthew McConaughey's baby.
Right?
Now, today we turn the spotlight onto the miracle of childbirth. And joining the conversation is community health specialist Irene Damon and Julie Mentor, who is a leader at Embrace, which is a national movement for connecting, supporting and celebrating new mothers.
We just want to warn viewers that today's topic is of a sensitive nature, so parental discretion is advised. And if you want to add your voice to the conversation or have a question for our experts, then call us please live on 021-430-9881 or visit our social media platforms where we're asking you, did you face any unexpected challenges while having a child? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, or please comment on our Facebook page.
Now, also coming up on the show today, because it's a Wednesday, we have Rachel from Sidewalk Specials back, and she's brought the most adorable little furball by the name of Dora, the explorer, who was saved from being put down, actually, and he's now looking for a new loving home. So if you've got a family looking for a new member, today might just be your day.
Yeah, we really hope to pull at your heartstrings today. But first, poise and grace are the perfect words to describe our special guest today. Actress, singer and businesswoman Gail Mabalane is also wife to music legend Gail Mabalane.
Together they form one of South Africa's most adored celeb couples, and their second bundle of joy was born in January this year. Although it wasn't an easy road to success, her story of triumph over tragedy is an inspiration to all young women. And you are still the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, thanks to your makeup team, thanks to your hair team, thank you to my designer.
How incredible is that makeup artist? She's
amazing.
Literally everything.
I mean, I did not wake up like this, literally.
I find that hard to believe.
No, I didn't.
I really do.
I promise. 2 kids, I promise I did not wake
Congratulations
up.
on your second bundle of joy.
Thank you.
What's motherhood been like for you?
Challenging. It's hard work.
Yeah.
These people are hard work. I mean, it is an incredible blessing, and I love, watching them grow and both my kids. But it's real. It gets real. Yeah. Let me know if I can drop them off every now and again. Visit the beach.
No, I'm godmother, and I'm fairy godmother. I'm really, really good at that.
We'll ask you more about that later, because Jeannie is, she is really fairy godmother. I think she's godmother to all the children in the city.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good to know.
The last time I saw you, actually, which I'm embarrassed to say was so long ago, you were pregnant with Zoe.
Yes.
And I remember we were shooting a cover for Women's Health together.
Yes.
And had you just found out, or you hadn't told anybody?
No, I was about 5 months pregnant. I hadn't told anybody yet.
How do you handle pregnancy so well?
Good clothes, good makeup.
But what was both, like, is there a difference between, I mean, because you've had boys, is there a difference between carrying a boy and carrying a girl? Like, did you find a difference between your 2 pregnancies?
No. Well, I guess, a lot of people, especially, in my culture, a lot of people believe when your nose gets big, when your lips get big, you're expecting a boy. But I actually experienced it the opposite way. Yeah. So with my daughter, I mean, geez, I couldn't even recognize myself. And my friends, I mean, at my baby shower, everyone was like, "You look so beautiful." And when I look back at my pictures, I'm like, I don't know, I need to ditch these friends because I looked so pregnant. Yeah. But with my second pregnancy, I felt like I had more control over my body. I was able to train more. Although I was a lot tired, but I mean, I still kept active, I guess.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? My mom, as I'm the only girl and I've got 3 brothers, and my mom said to me, when you're pregnant with a little girl, she steals your beauty.
Yes.
When you're pregnant with boys, they give you your beauty.
So I
don't know if it's got to do with hormones, that you're getting more masculine hormones, and that your hair goes thicker, your nails get better, your skin is just glowing.
And boys, boys and moms, apparently there's that,
There's that intimacy, man. It's so real.
So boys from in the womb, they're like, "Oh, my mom, I love you.
I love you, Mom.
I'm going to be easy on you."
Yeah. How has motherhood really changed changed your life? I mean, as an actress, as a businesswoman, and also in an industry that really prizes looks and age and all of that stuff, how have you been impacted by it?
I think I'm grateful that I'm having, my kids in my 30s. I think if I was any younger, it would have been much harder because, the industry is brutal, and in your 20s, you are a bit more insecure. And as you get older, you become more confident and secure in who you are as a woman, as a person. And you realize that the industry we're in is just another job. And there's really no pressure. It took me 9 months to gain the weight. It's going to take me at least 9 months to lose some of it. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to snap back and have a six-pack. And, so I think I'm just so much more secure in who I am. So, and I'm grateful that I've had them at a bit as I'm a bit older. But it's definitely changed me. It's added layers to me as an actress, which I'm grateful for. And I think stuff I can pull from now that I've had 2 kids and I've experienced 2 pregnancies. So and I mean I have much less time to myself. So no more nails. It's like get my nails done once in a month.
It's a treat,
at least it's winter now, so I get to wear closed shoes. I'll do my toenails. Yes, in summer. For now, I'm just focusing on what everyone can see.
Tamara Millen is this woman from the UK, and she founded Jimmy Choo the Shoes.
Okay.
And she is now, with her company, celebrating companies that look after women with children. So basically, one company that she posted today on her Instagram is this company that pays for carers to travel with the children when these women have to go and do business meetings. And I just thought it's so amazing and so forward-thinking for companies to start protecting women in a business space. Now, on that note, I heard that you had gone for an audition.
Yes.
And you had gotten a role for a film or a feature.
Yeah.
And then they found out that you were pregnant and then took it away from you. Like, is that even legal?
I mean, I was cast. I got the role. And they called me in to just read with another actor, that they were busy casting. And I went in and I was about 5 months pregnant. And just out of courtesy, because you couldn't tell that I was pregnant, I just thought, let me tell them. But by the time I shoot the film, baby would be 5 months old, so it wasn't a big deal. I knew that I'd be able to get back to work. And I just thought, let me just mention, and I mentioned it, and literally the next day, my legal guy was busy going through my contract, so I'd already received the contract, and they were like, no, sorry, we're just not sure, we don't know, I'm not sure if we're not sure you're going to lose the weight, we're not sure, how, it was just, I couldn't believe it, and as a woman, I was like, next pregnancy, husband, can you be pregnant, please, so that I can at least continue working, it's really like some of the challenges that we face as women that suddenly, I don't know if people have a different idea, I don't understand why, but I lost that, and I went back to work 2 months after I had my first daughter, so it wasn't an impossible thing. I just think people put those stereotypes on us as women that, when you're a mom, now suddenly, I don't know, I don't even know what the reason was.
And everyone has a mom.
That's true.
What is going on?
But you know what was incredible for me, that these were women. These were women, that were saying to me, sorry, we're just not sure if we're going to be able to do this. So it was from women. So, and I think, I going back to work 2 months later was also just, for myself, proving that we can do it all. It's not easy. It's very challenging, but you can if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
Wow. You're exceptional. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
How is Cabello?
He's fine. Babysitting. No, we've got an incredible helper, which I'm very grateful for. You can't do it without help. And I'm very grateful for that. But he's doing well.
Yeah. Knowing Cabello for so long, the one thing he's always wanted is a family. So he must be so over the moon.
Yeah, he's very over the moon. I mean, every now and then reality strikes and he's like, oh my gosh, I've got 2 kids and a wife. How did I even get here? The responsibility, But most of the time, I mean, he's very happy. He's a very hands-on dad, and I'm very, very grateful.
Awesome. You guys are such a beautiful family. Really stunning. It's you guys are the poster child of
stop so much pressure.
South African family.
It's so beautiful.
So we've got so much more to chat about with Gail after the break, and remember to join the conversation on social media.
Yeah, today's topic is childbirth and becoming a new mother, and we are asking, did you face any unexpected challenges with having a child? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express. Comment on our Facebook page or give us a call on 021 430 9881. We'd love to hear from you.
Express yourself.
If you didn't believe in magic before, wait until you try these amazing Chuck's Magic Erasers. The Chuck's Magic Eraser is a powerful grime and mark remover that works on most hard surfaces, which makes it perfect for removing scuff marks, which are some of the most annoying marks in the kitchen. Plus, they also work on walls, cupboards, electronics, kids' toys, and even crockery. The Chuck's Magic Eraser is activated using just plain water, which means no harmful chemicals or scrubbing until you're blue in the face. Simply take your sponge, put it in the water, squeeze out any excess before gently rubbing, applying a little pressure. And just like that, stubborn marks are removed, like magic.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express this glorious Wednesday afternoon. Now, maintaining a healthy, well-balanced diet is extremely difficult when we live such a fast-paced life. Now, it's really important that we try getting all the right daily nutrients into our diet in order to feel our best.
So Clover Care helps us with just that. Clover Care gives our families the healthy boost that we need in order to make sure that we're getting a full enriched diet. And to give us a little more information on how to achieve a balanced diet, we have dietitian Lisa Stander to talk us through it. Welcome, Lisa.
How are you?
I'm so well, thanks for having me.
So everybody says you've got to have a balanced diet. Now, I mean, my idea of balance and somebody else's idea of balance are two completely different things.
Yeah.
So how would you define a balanced diet?
Right, so how I would define it, I would say that, variety is key. So eating mostly a minimally processed diet from all food groups and in quantities that kind of honor our fullness and hunger cues.
Yeah.
But also the goodies, the treats in there as well, of course.
It can get quite confusing because lately there's so many diets for so many body types and also different diets to achieve different outcomes in your body, right?
I've done all of them.
All of you, if you tried all of them. I've tried none of them, except to just keep eating. But what's the difference between micro and macronutrients?
Right, so macronutrients refers to the actual structure of the nutrients, they're just larger, and also the human body needs them in larger amounts. So those would be your carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Your micronutrients they're very small, structured, and we also need them in small quantities. So those would be like your minerals and your vitamins.
How do you know how much to take in, and what can we get them from? Like, where do we find macro and micronutrients?
Right, so any food would contain both macro and micronutrients, except your really water-based salady things would be mostly just fiber, water, and then micronutrients.
Okay.
But the amounts to eat would depend on so many factors, like your height, weight, age, gender, activity levels. But some people find the plate model quite helpful, where half your plate is vegetables and salads, and quarter plate protein, quarter plate carbs.
Yeah.
With people also just developing so many allergies lately, and everyone being gluten intolerant and lactose intolerant, how do you make sure that you're replacing the things that you can't eat with the right foods?
Right, so of course I'm a bit biased, but I would say you need to consult your dietitian.
Yeah.
And also eating from all food groups I think is so important. So if you are gluten intolerant, it doesn't mean that you need to exclude all carbs. You can have a lot of gluten-free, high quality, beautiful carbs like sweet potato or other starchy veggies.
Yeah, because we're discussing motherhood and pregnancy today, do pregnant women really have to change their diets as much? Because I heard recently that when you say eat for two, you don't actually have to eat for two.
Well, you can if you want to, like I did. I just ate 2 pizzas instead of 1.
Yeah, so your nutritional requirement in terms of energy does change depending on what trimester you're on. But generally speaking, you need about the equivalent of a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk extra per day.
Okay,
That's
I can
not
do
too
that.
bad, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been really, really fantastic and very educating conversation.
I'm so happy.
Remember, go see your dietitian. Achieving a well-balanced diet doesn't have to be that difficult. Clover Care allows us to maintain a healthy, more enriched diet for the entire family. With 11 vitamins, 9 amino acids, and 3 minerals, and a great source of protein and calcium, it truly does give us the boost we need.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
Wow, we are quick. And of course, we're back on the couch with our sensational guest, Gail Mabalane. So, obviously, you're married to a musician.
Yes.
And you are one of the most loved actresses in the country.
Aw.
But is it
And
true?
singer.
Yeah, is it true that you didn't set out to be an actress? You actually wanted to be a singer. That was your passion.
Yeah, you know, growing up, I've always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. I'm from Kimberley, you know, small town.
Yeah.
And my mom has just always encouraged us to be active in the arts and that. And I sort of gravitated towards that as well as a young girl.
Yeah.
But when I entered a singing competition, I literally, you know, I just lost my mom and my brother, waited in Kimberley for a bit and decided I need to get out of Kimberley. What am I going to do? So I decided to enter this competition, and that's what sort of catapulted me into the spotlight. And I then decided, well, let's say I heard about an audition that was happening, and I auditioned and I got the role, which is very strange because I don't have any formal acting training. So yeah.
Wow, most actors don't have that.
Yeah, which is probably a good thing. Yeah.
So you went through quite a loss in your life. I mean, you touched on it just now in your answer.
Yeah.
But it must have really changed things for you. Could you just talk to us about what happened, how you feel about what happened?
It's life, I guess, you know. I was 21 when my brother passed away in a freak accident. I mean, he was 2 years older than me, so my bestest friend. And then a couple of months later, we'll say a month later, my mom's sister died, and then 6 months later, my mom passed away. So it was just, you know, one death after the other.
One blow after another.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It was probably one of the worst years. Well, not probably, it was. And, you know, subsequently my dad passed away. But I've got a younger sister, you know, and we are best as buddies. And I think, you know, experiences like that just teach you a lot about life and the value of life. And I think that's why I'm so much more family orientated than I've always been family orientated, but I think more so now that they're no longer around, because I want to protect and nurture what I do have.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's added to me as an actress as well. And you know, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. So yeah.
Looking back, what lessons did you take from that time, or how you weathered those storms?
It's just getting through the day. It's like every day.
One day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time. I'm trying to get through this day, and then tomorrow. And before you know it, it's been 3 years, and you're like, it's been 3 years, you know, and I managed to get through it. It's hard, but I think, you know, I had an incredible support system with my extended family, and also just, I guess, getting into work and getting busy and focusing on my spiritual life, which is an important part of who I am. And that's been incredible, you know.
A cute little dingo, that's my baby.
Oh, okay.
He's Portuguese, so he's can't hear me.
Right, okay.
So your career has
Yes.
been booming ever since The Wild. Actually, well, most people were introduced to you on The Wild,
Yes.
but you had done some work before that.
Yes. No, yeah. I was in one film, yeah.
Right. Zion, am
Yes,
I
yes,
correct?
yes.
So tell us about just your career, its inception, its growth.
Yes. I mean, when I started as an actress, I obviously didn't know anything. The only thing I knew when I walked on set was action and cut. So everything I learned, you know, as I went along. But starting on The Wild, well, I did Zion, which was a very small role, and I got this lead role on The Wild. And I started off working with some of the industry's most seasoned actors and actresses. I mean, you know, Connie and Shona Ferguson, Dumisha Mash, and obviously I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hectic. But they were just so incredible, you know. They took me under their wings. I learned so much from them, and I'm so grateful for that experience, because they really taught me just keep my feet on the ground. And you know, it's just another career, it's just another job, and but they've also helped me grow. You know, I got myself an acting coach, and I still have her, and I see her as much as I can, because I don't ever want to get to a place where I think I've figured it out, because that's a dangerous place to be.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we happened to be on the same set on Rockville, and there you played quite an intense character.
Fun.
Did you enjoy that character?
I had so much fun. The research that went into it was very incredible, because I got to meet amazing women, and then just being on set, I had fun. You know, acting is also about having fun, and we got to work together, which was awesome.
Bonnie's good to work with.
Yay.
You know, we often have discussions about career and love and life and everything, and lately we've been discussing a lot about family and being with your children, doing beautiful little rituals and things just to kind of have special time.
Yes.
What has been your favourite part of being a mother?
Being able to switch off, you know.
Sure, that's no, hey?
She's such a big girl now. I
she's
can't believe how
gorgeous.
much she's grown. I mean, she's
She
three
looks
now.
like she laughs a lot.
She does.
In all the pictures I've seen of her, she's smiling.
She's very, very happy. But then, you know, there's a little brother now, so every now and then we're like a baby,
Tantrum.
you know. Yes. Like, oh my goodness, I want to be like my brother. Then I remind her, your brother doesn't have teeth. Then she goes, oh yeah, no, that's not fun. So yeah, no, I love being able to switch off. You know, the industry is, you know, it can be, like I said earlier, very brutal. And just being able to switch off and get into my mom mode, wife mode, it just brings me so much joy. It's not always easy. Motherhood is not, you know, all glamorous, you know, as sometimes
What's
we
the
make it out to
hardest
be.
part then about motherhood?
It's juggling, especially when you're a working mom, and you know, you're a wife, you're a friend, you're a sister, and juggling all of those relationships and work, and still making time for your kids, but also especially teaching my daughter that you don't have to relinquish all your goals and aspirations when you become a mother or a wife. You can still pursue them, and just balancing all of that, you know, and just and I guess I have to teach her that in my actions, and she has to see me work, and has to see me as a mom, and has to see me break down and have challenges and rise above them. You know, it's not always easy. It's very challenging, especially with two, you know. But like I say, the support system is incredible. You know, having my helper and my nanny. Well, my helper and my nanny is one person. I don't have a lot. I don't have like a whole staff. But she's incredible. You know, and my mom-in-law, and you know, a dad who's hands-on as much as dads can be.
Are you going to take on more singing projects and more acting projects?
No.
I'm dying to hear you sing.
No. I've decided to chase one rabbit at a time. And you know, I've gotten into this acting thing now. You know, it's been 7 years that I've been doing it, so I've been in it. The muscle is active. Starting to sing is, you know, I'm a big Beyonce fan, right?
Who isn't?
Big. And I'm like, so releasing an album is like competing with Beyonce, and I just can't bring myself to doing that, you know, because she is incredible. I look at her and I'm like, I could never, like, no, let me rather, you know what, let me focus on my acting.
And obviously you're a businesswoman and you've got your skincare range as well.
Yes, which is also, I mean, business is hard. You know, it's like having another, you know, it's like another baby that you need to nurture and grow, and it takes time. Rome wasn't built overnight, so I'm nurturing it one baby step at a time.
Absolutely, staying in your lane.
Yes.
What self-care tip would you give to all mothers out there?
Sleep when you can.
I believe
sleep
that.
when you can. Like when sometimes I feel bad because my daughter goes to school for a long time during the day, but she loves it. She
Yeah.
would rather be there than at home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank goodness, can I just get 2 hours of
a
good
nap.
sleep? Yeah, just
Yeah.
get a nap, and just so that make sure that when she's back, I have the energy, you know, and get help as
help.
much as you can. Yeah.
Oh, you are fabulous, and you
Thank
make
you
it
so
look
much,
so
Gail.
easily.
Oh, with makeup and a stylist, and yes, thank
Really,
you.
thank you so much for being here. You're
Thank you for
gorgeous.
having me.
Now, we'll be back with Gail later on in the show as we continue the conversation around motherhood. After the break, though, we turn our attention to childbirth. And remember to add your voice on social media.
We're also asking you on our social media pages, did you face any unexpected challenges with having a child? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, and please comment on our Facebook page if you like, or call us live on 021 430 9881.
If you need to get away, begin with flights from just 99 Rand by planning your escape with Travel Start and Uber. Get these incredible early bird deals by booking a flight or package through Uber Escapes, and you will receive a voucher code for 4 free rides up to the value of 100 Rand each, which you can apply on your way to the airport on holiday. It's just another amazing way to enjoy hassle-free, budget-friendly getaways with travelstart.co.za and Uber.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, recent research shows that pet owners are increasingly favouring smaller breed pets, like small dogs and cats. Maybe it's the convenience of a smaller breed being easier to take care of, or the independence of a cat that appeals to pet owners. Either way, everyone has their own opinion. So we visited a popular park in Cape Town to find out what people's thoughts were on this movement.
I do think that smaller pets are becoming more popular just because you can take them everywhere with you and they're super fun, and yeah, they become more of your life as opposed to just having a pet.
I definitely think it is becoming more popular for people to own smaller breeds because especially young people, we're living in apartments and flats. We don't have houses, so we don't have space for these pets to run around. So smaller breeds work well in flat spaces, like cats and dogs, little dogs, cute like little poms and stuff. But I personally own a cat, and he lives very happily in my apartment.
We've always lived in Cape Town, and we've always had these small little miniature Maltese poodles, and the reason why is because we have these dog doors, and we get the dog to come in and out of the door, which means that when we're not home, the dog can still go outside potentially.
I've noticed a lot of differences between the breed sizes. Like the smaller dogs are definitely much more attached and look to me for protection when I'm walking them in the park, and whenever a big dog runs up to them, they just come running back to me. Whereas the big dogs are like love to go on adventures, they love to go on hikes, they always want to explore, they're very into their noses and looking like what's out there and like what they can sniff out, whereas the small doggies are much more attached and, you know, they just want to be cuddled all the time.
I'm pretty sure that it's easier to have a small dog. Like she drives on the scooter with me because she's still small, so that's easy. But if she would be bigger, then I can't drive with her on the scooter anymore. I'm pretty much gonna have to walk her.
They need less exercise, I guess, because I mean, if for a cat, for example, this is big enough, or even the space in the flat for them to run around like crazy. Whereas a big dog, you have to take out and walk, of course. So.
In terms of exercise, he has a laser, which is his favorite toy. So I turn the lights off in my flat and I point the laser and I run him up and down my flat with it. It's so much fun and he loves it.
But I think small dogs are less expensive than big dogs because big dogs require more food and whatnot.
There's less shampoo, less food, less of everything.
If you're living in a small apartment, then you're going to be sharing the space with another creature. So having a small dog around is going to be a lot easier than cohabiting with a big animal.
Yeah, so I think the onus on pet owners who want to have animals and live in a block, a lot of them, the consciousness is already moving to small animals like cats or small lap dogs.
Friends at Pedigree and Whiskers, we've been able to happily integrate our fur babies into the Afternoon Express family. And don't forget that if you'd like to see more of our cuddly stars, Donut and Baxter, you can follow them on Instagram and keep up to date with both their on and off screen antics.
Whiskers, feed their curiosity.
Now, a sad truth about being a dog owner is that they grow really old, and euthanasia is a decision that many dog owners eventually have to face. Often when dogs become old and sick, they are put down, but sometimes they still have a lot of life left in them. So if they've just given the proper love and treatment, then they can have a good life still. So Dora is one such pet who was handed in to be euthanized by her owners. Rachel from Sidewalk Specials managed to intervene, and now Dora is looking for a loving home. How are you, Rachel?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Lovely to see you here
Thank
again.
you.
So Kirby from last week was adopted.
She was. She went to her home yesterday.
Oh, that's so lovely.
The dog loves her. Children love her. It's got a video of her running around like a lunatic, so happy. So yeah.
It must be so gratifying to you when you see a dog go to a happy home.
Especially when it's the right home, when you're just like, yes, they did need a dog friend. Yes, she gets to cuddle with the kid at night. Yes, and everything in you is just like, oh, happiness.
Because you go through quite a process, I suppose, before you hand over a dog.
We do, and we are like, people say, why is the rescue fussy? And it's like, well, we heal them, we love them, we really care about them, and you want to know they're somewhere safe and they're somewhere happy.
Yeah.
So we have application forms, home checks. You'll constantly be getting texts like, hey, how's Kirby? Can we have a photo? Because, we just want to know that they're happy. If they're happy, we're happy.
Yeah. Now, I think it's probably easy for... Come, Dora. Oh, shit. You know what? It's because we've got so many animals in and out in here. She can obviously smell them.
She can smell the chicken.
Yeah, that's true. So I think it's probably easier for a lot of puppies to get adopted first. What happens in the case with an older dog?
Well, with Dora, she came into us very sick. So sick, I think even most rescues would have said no.
Really? What was wrong with her?
She had papillomavirus, her mouth was full of warts, she had sarcoptic mange, so she had no fur. And she smelt so bad, bless you, but you did. So it took us about 3 months to heal her up. That's how she used to look.
I mean, how did she get to that point?
No inoculations for her, no inoculations for her parents, no nutrition.
Oh no, that's devastating.
No, so she came to us like this, and you can see all those warts in her mouth. That's what took us so long to heal.
My heart is broken.
And thankfully for Vet Point and her foster, who really, really spent 3 months trying everything they could to heal her.
It's a completely different dog now.
Exactly.
But what had happened, like, did the owners bring them to you, or how did you find her?
She was out in Tilbach, and it was a reported incident of a very sick dog, and a small local rescue there went and collected her, but didn't have the means to help her. And that's when it's useful for us to not have a shelter like we don't. We use foster homes, so we don't have overheads, we don't have staff wages.
Yeah.
We can spend any donations on vetting, so we could say yes to her. We weren't aware of quite the process it would take, because it was 3, nearly 4 months of treatment. But yeah, she had her first vax. She's ready to go. She's sterilised. She loves dogs. She loves cats. She loves people. Very clever little doggy. And
At what point do dogs get euthanised?
For us, if they've got no quality of life, like if she was happy all along, she had to have operations and da-da-da-da-da-da. And we were all, is what's too much? When's too much? But her tail never stopped wagging. She loved food. She loved her friends. She loved her foster. And it's like, if you're happy, we'll keep trying. The only point we will euthanize a dog is if they have no quality of life or if they're dangerous.
Yeah.
Dora was neither.
And how is Dora? She looks so beautiful and so healthy now compared
She
to
really
what she
is.
looked like. And obviously, I think with maybe some concerns that some people may have is that if she is sickly, but she's not. She's
not.
great. She's been treated.
By this stage, she will have the strongest immune system.
Really?
And that's all it was, really, is that her immune system was so low, she couldn't fight anything. So that's why it took so long, so much good food. We did natural herb medicines with her. We did all sorts just to get her immune system up.
Yeah.
And now, as you can see, perfectly healthy, super clever, totally grateful.
What breed is she?
People keep asking her. Her vet card says Collie Cross.
Okay.
So maybe Collie with a very, very skinny Jack Russell.
Very, very, very sweet. What kind of home would be best for Dora?
I'd say somebody active, somebody who wants affection, because wherever you are, she wants to be on your knee.
Yeah.
But she can also go for runs. She can also play, like I say, she plays lovely with other dogs. She ignores cats mainly. She's very athletic. Like, she'll be up on top of all the couches. She loves to play around. So yeah, she's actually a very easygoing dog.
And what is the process that somebody needs to go through in order to adopt her?
To give the rescue an email, contact@sidewalkspecials.org. We'll send you an application form. Then we'll follow up with a home check, and we'll go through first application, second application, until we find the right home for her.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you find a home, gorgeous Dora the Explorer. Oh, if anyone out there really does need a loving little pet, then I think Dora would make a great addition to any family. I think it's always a better idea to adopt. Really, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely gorgeous. Hey, Dora.
They're cute, they're cuddly, and they're TV stars. Baxter and Donut, the adorably fluffy four-legged members of the Afternoon Express family, are sharing their daily adventures on social media. To see what Baxter and Donut get up to behind the scenes, follow the Adventures of Baxter and the Adventures of Donut on Instagram.
We're back on the couch, and as promised, we're chatting motherhood and childbirth. Any mother will know that childbirth is the scariest and most daunting phase of a pregnancy. It's often shied away from in conversation, and many new moms go through the process with little support or knowledge. For this reason, we've invited 2 experts to join our conversation today.
Yeah, Irene Damon is the founder of a clinic that specializes in community health practices, and Julie Mentor is a leader at Embrace, which is a national movement for connecting, supporting, and celebrating new mothers. Now, we just want to warn viewers again that the nature of our conversation today is sensitive, so parental guidance is advised. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to have you with us, ladies.
When a woman first finds out that she's pregnant, so that usually happens at a few weeks, what then happens? She has to undergo prenatal care.
Yes.
What exactly is prenatal care?
Absolutely.
You're going to have to tell me. I just have boyfriends.
Thank you so much. When you think of I'm pregnant, I think after the home test. Yes. Then you think, wow, what's happening now?
Yeah.
I'm pregnant. Then you need a healthcare professional who need to confirm that. Okay, so then you need to find your match. So after finding your match, you need just to go on this beautiful journey called a new life. All right. So I think when you are pregnant after the home test, having your match, which is your healthcare professional, right, then you need to actually go to a clinic. So if you do have medical insurance, good for them. But those who are unable actually to have medical insurance, there are 5 to 6 essential investigations that needs to be done.
Like what?
Yes. So, like one, for instance, it's the RPR. So what they normally do, what is RPR, one would ask. Isn't it, Jeannie? Won't you, Bonnie? What is RPR?
No, I don't know what
testing.
RPR is.
Well, I'm supposed to know everything now that I've, you know.
Yes,
you were even saying to meet your match
not.
after you've had I've got to meet the match before I fall pregnant.
Before her RPR. So
Yes,
don't tell her what an RPR is. She's got to find a match.
I think first the match and then we'll tell. But let's quickly just get back to the 5 essential screening tests that one needs to do when you are pregnant, right? So the one is the RPR. What is RPR, one would ask? The RPR is actually testing for syphilis. The other one will be the HIV.
Wow,
that is extremely important. And then the RH factor, that is your blood group. Does your blood group match with your baby's blood group? Wow. Is it a positive? Is it a negative? So that is extremely important. Then you do the urine test and you do to see whether there's protein and obviously your blood pressure. So that is from the word that I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm so happy. Do I tell? Do I not tell? But you know that some women are actually very secretive. They want to see the tummy grow and say, okay, now I can actually just
say that
let me just
a lot of people like to save it
it
until for the first trimester. Why do you think women do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we historically were not very good at supporting women who potentially experience loss. So I think a lot of women, you know, we want to kind of jump right into the realities, but this is, you know, talking about the reality of pregnancy is that not every pregnancy successfully translates into having a baby. And so I think, you know, they say that the first trimester is the most risky. And so a lot of women feel that they want to keep that a secret, get past 12 weeks. And then, you know, as Irene said, you know, when you've got a little bump to show, then you feel like, okay, this baby's coming. But also it's quite a mind shift, you know, to realize, I mean, because you often don't feel like you're pregnant in the beginning. Maybe you do. I was very fortunate. I didn't have morning sickness. But, you know, that it becomes like a real thing in the second trimester. By the third trimester, there's like no denying, right, that there's this baby very much on the way.
But one
what distinct experiences, I beg your pardon, did you go through while pregnant that you feel like were quite unique in your pregnancy journey?
Sure. I mean, so I had preeclampsia. I ended up having an emergency cesarean at 36 weeks, and I was actually not very well in my pregnancy. But I didn't pay much attention to it, and I'm really sad that I didn't do that now looking back. I think you know, you're juggling so much. I had a toddler. We adopted our eldest son, so my second son was my first pregnancy. But we had, you know, so you're juggling a young. In my case, it was a young baby. It's 18 months between my boys, which is madness. And then a job and being a wife and being a friend, and so not really paying attention to what my body was actually screaming at me at the time. But I mean, there's some wonderful side effects. I mean, my hair was beautiful. Like, my hair was really good.
That's I told you, when you have boys, you get beautiful.
Yeah, but the face
what was your body
so
screaming at you? What was your body particularly saying in that time?
Yeah, wow. So I mean, it was funny. I mean, the diagnosis for preeclampsia for me was quite last minute. I mean, I literally was doing a training on health, actually with community healthcare workers in the morning, and by the evening I'd had a baby in my arms, and it was not expected. But I remember seeing things like black spots on the side of my eyes, and I went to my optometrist and everything was fine. And then my blood pressure only spiked right at the end, but just feeling a bit unwell. I was very, very swollen. And this is not everyone's experience, and it was right at the end. You know, stretch marks, you know, like also, I mean, a realistic thing. I mean, I remember one day, and sorry for anyone who's kind of watching this, but I'm, again, being real. I mean, one day I woke up and suddenly I had just like stretch marks on my body where they weren't before, and it was literally overnight. I remember feeling itchy. I don't know if you experienced something like that or if you experienced the stretch marks, but I remember itching and wondering. And then the one morning, they were just there. And it was quite a thing, you know, to suddenly see this on your body. So yeah, those were some very real changes for me.
Yeah.
I could literally sit and discuss this all day because there's so much.
It's really comforting because you feel like.
But there's so much I want to find. I'm going to ask you so much more about age and babies and more. But we're going to be doing that in a little while. We continue our conversation around childbirth after the break. And remember to add your voice to the conversation. We'd love to hear from you. So we are asking, did you face any unexpected challenges with having a child? So tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express. Comment on our Facebook page or give us a call. Come on, chat to us on 021 430 9881.
CHOC is one of South Africa's leading organizations who aid families who are affected by childhood cancer. Afternoon Express, together with my school, are committed to helping CHOC raise funds for a newly refurbished home away from home. You can get involved by signing up for your free virtual My School, My Village, My Planet card today. Download the My School app, select CHOC as one of your beneficiaries, and help us make a difference.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon.
Well, we continue our conversation now around the realities of childbirth, and a reminder to parents that the topic is of a sensitive nature, so please practice parental discretion where you see fit.
Yeah, now we're back with community health specialist Irene Damon and Julie Mentor from Embrace. Welcome back.
Thank you.
So now I want to ask the million randellas question. Does age matter when trying to fall pregnant? Especially nowadays with technology.
No, definitely not.
Really?
No, definitely
Promise.
not. I think
Okay,
yes.
good.
No, I was 42 when I got my third child.
Really?
Yes, very healthy boy.
Okay.
Yes,
That's amazing. And it sounds like you had quite a reasonable pregnancy and you were happy with everything.
Yes. 3 words.
Right.
Joy, peace, happiness.
Okay, then another question. What? You know, everybody always says, have a Caesar and save fever. And other people, you know, it's a personal choice. But in South Africa, we do have the choice. In a lot of other countries, they don't have a choice. It's all natural until you have to have a Caesar. Which is better?
I think it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
And if there is complications and risk, I think Julie can come in here.
Yeah, I was very grateful. I was very grateful for my Caesar as much as I wanted to have a vaginal delivery. I don't want to say natural because it makes Caesar sound unnatural.
It's all natural. Yeah, everything's natural. Yeah,
it's quite an ordeal. You know, people say that having a Caesar is not experiencing childbirth. I was like, it's not a walk in the park. That's for sure.
And it's also become such a sensitive conversation, and so much pressure is placed on women to do all the perfect things and be perfect,
Yes.
and it's actually just a personal choice. And as you say, it actually saved you and your baby's life.
It did.
What does Embrace do?
So Embrace is a movement for mothers and a movement for motherhood. We believe that every mother should be supported and embraced from the start of her motherhood journey. We're passionate about seeing women mobilizing, being inspired and being connected, because it really, the concept of the village, it takes a village to raise a child is really true, but I find so many mums don't know how to access that village or to accept the village in, because we obviously are all trying to do the best that we do, and sometimes that's seen as a, is it a sign of weakness if I reach out to ask for help? And around the early stages of pregnancy, the early stages of raising young children, you really find out that it's just better to do it together. And so that's what we're all about, making sure that every mom has someone to tap into, has access to knowledge, is embraced and cared for right from the start.
Wow.
That's so special. Speaking about that.
We've got a caller on the line who'd actually like to celebrate and share his story with us. Mocha, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Welcome to the show. What's your question or comment?
Yes, my comment is on behalf of my fiancée. It was her first pregnancy, so we really wanted everything to be perfect. But what we actually experienced with Judah's birth is that he got diagnosed with jaundice. So that was really traumatizing to her.
Yeah.
Yes, having been the first baby, and the grannies were going on, about she probably ate a lot of oranges while pregnant, all sorts of things. But it was just traumatizing for her to see Judah having to go through phototherapy, for 3 days, and we thank God that he actually was discharged after 3 days. So that's it. Thank you.
So all ended well in the end, Mohal?
Yes, it all ended perfectly. It ended perfectly, and then the pediatrician was really happy because the phototherapy was really breaking down the jaundice in the blood, and then yes, he was discharged.
Oh, must have been tough, but thank you so much for keeping strong and being graceful throughout that time. Lots of love to you and your fiancé.
Thank you so much, Mocha, for your call.
So, yes, tell us more about
I think if I can just make a comment on your caller. Just remember, when babies are born, their livers are immature. Okay. So that is normal. It's almost seen like a normal type of symptom to have jaundice for a newborn baby. But anything between 3 and 7 days, then they can be discharged after having phototherapy. So you can actually take the baby home and actually get a private nurse practitioner to come and do it actually at did you have it? At home. You can actually do it in the comfort of your own home.
And just a disclaimer, jaundice isn't caused by eating a lot of oranges
Definitely
or
not.
anything
No,
orange.
definitely not. It's just in small babies, the liver is immature.
Thank you so much for being here today.
So after the break, we're taking your calls and questions on social media. So tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express, and comment on our Facebook page, please, or call us live on 021 430 9881. We'll be right back.
Hello, South Africa. Are you ready for me? Present the search on SABC3. We're out here.
Would you want to see me on your TV?
Do you think that I have what it takes to become the next SABC3 presenter?
It's me you are looking for. When you present, you have to be passionate about it.
Just put me in front of a camera and I'll show you how it's done. Tune in to Presenter Search on 3 on the 10th of May, 7:30 sharp on SABC3.
The stage is yours. Presenter Search on 3, proudly brought to you by Capitec and McCafe.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Before the break, we were chatting jaundice, that oranges don't cause jaundice, we found out. And we've been chatting childbirth and pregnancy and the journey through pregnancy. Welcome back, ladies.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just to wrap it up for the viewers at home and just for yourselves, one last thing you'd like to advise to women who are pregnant now or women who want to have children. What are the most important things about this journey to remember?
I think one should never put an expiry date on your dream. You should actually just enjoy and try again. So I think women out there should just remember who they are and they should embrace that. And they should, whether they're pregnant or whether they are about to embark on this beautiful journey, being a mother, they should just enjoy it. It's scary, but it's joyful and you're going to love every minute of it.
It is.
And you're a very good mother because I know your daughter and she's amazing.
Thank you so much.
And from
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, I think remember that your body is powerful. Like we were made to do this, you know, and I think mothers are, I've got to use a TV appropriate word, but you know, we're rock stars, you know. So you're meant to do this, embrace the journey, but also don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay to be real, it's okay to be scared. You know, that fear is normal and it's best to share it and find out that, you know, the moms on the couch probably have gone through very similar experiences. So reach out when you need to, but remember that you've got this and you are the perfect mother for your child.
Absolutely, it is such a joyful journey. Yeah, thank you so much,
for being here.
Thank you
for having us today. Now, coming up on the show tomorrow, we have a really special treat for all of you Golden Oldies fans. Long-standing doo-wop and R&B vocal group The Drifters join us in the loft. They've been going, in America since like the 50s, I think, and are currently touring South Africa. So The Drifters in the loft tomorrow. Yeah.
Good night. God bless.
Cheers. Good night. Thank you.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.